Well, howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this and my attempt to do 4 Against Darkness. We're going to go into a dungeon. I pre-generated my characters, and that what you do is you take the information that's on the piece of paper, and then you write it onto this piece of paper. There's not exactly a lot of generation that goes on. So we have the character of Dog, who is a warrior. Level 1, we have 7 hit points. These attack and defense things will come up later with armor and shield and a sword with a bandage. Then there's Fish, who's a cleric. And Fish can cast Bless and Heal 3 times per adventure. Also armor shield with an axe and a bandage. There is Cow, the barbarian, who has the ability to use Rage once per adventure with armor shield, a mace, and bandages. And then there's Moose, the dwarf, who has a light armor, shield, a mace, a lantern, and bandages. Moose is a dwarf, has 6 hit points, 8 hit points, 5 hit points, 7 hit points. These numbers off to the side are actually the marching order because I didn't write them in properly. This is these 2 people, Dog and Cow, the barbarian and the warrior, are the 2 in front. Fish and Moose, the cleric and the dwarf, are the 2 characters in back. Because we're going in a 4, 2 here, 2 here sort of pattern. Thumbs up for that. So that was the character creation. We've done this. There's attack rolls and defense rolls. I don't really know how to write it all down, but everybody, the warrior is an attack roll, adds their level. Cleric adds half the level. The barbarian adds their level. Moose, the dwarf. Does dwarf have any? I forgot to check for that. Oh, they have a +1. Yeah, against the plus. I'm insane. Add the level, +1 against goblins. Defense, they are +1 against trolls, ogres, and giants. Son of a gun, how about that? So what we have to do from this point on, and I have, oh my goodness, these are tables and charts that even with bifocals I don't think I can read. So that's a cheat sheet that we're not even going to worry about. But there's a nice little guide to dungeon and room building tables. We're going to be using this as well as all of the other equipment, and we're going to go from there. Because first we have to generate our entrance room. Now you have to have light as well, or you suffer penalties as you are adventuring. Plus, if you leave the dungeon, that's it for the adventure. And you are looking for a boss level monster. There are bosses to fight. The other types of creatures you fight are minions that you get experience for, and vermin. You get no experience at all for murdering vermin. They're just to be annoying. And they are. So that's thumbs up for that. But what we're going to do is right here with the entrance room, which is roll a d6 to determine which is the entrance to your dungeon. Then you draw it at the center of the lower edge of your sheet, choose a door, roll it, and then d66, blah, 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 blah. You're supposed to put it on the center of the lower edge. I'm going to use like this sheet right here. It's not as tiny as some graph paper, but it's not immensely huge. So this is our entrance. We are going to roll to see what sort of entrance we have. Sure, that one tried to escape, so we'll use it. 4. A 4 is kind of, hopefully I'll maybe get the charts that'll show, but these are just too big. That isn't going to work for the size of these, so luckily I do have graph paper here that's of a different size. Let me toss that over in that direction. Okay, I'm going to draw this here, and then I will show you what I have drawn after I have drawn it, because that's 3 wide, another down, and then there's kind of off at a weird angle, and then up for 2. I think, yes. And these have weird sort of angly angles too. Well, yeah, I mean they would. So I don't worry, I'm not insane. Technically, this is the entrance to our dungeon. Now, as they say, any room that is only 1 square wide is a corridor. Any room that is 2 or more squares wide is a room. Corridors are more likely to be empty. Being in a corridor affects who can fight. When you are in a room, every character can fight. When you're in a corridor, only the front 2 characters can fight. Some wandering monsters can come up from behind, and they can get the characters that are back there, and the characters in front can do nothing. And that sucks if you put the weaker characters in the back. Oops. But we have this. Now we're going to roll a d66 to find out what room. Well, not yet. Well, yeah, it would be now, because we're in the entrance, and now choose a door. Well, there's no doors on this one. Choose a wall. We're going to take this route to the left and roll a d66. Blue, I didn't say this, so I'm gonna re-roll it so that I don't seem to be cheating. Blue is 10s, orange is 1, so that's 55, a 5d5. That's such a dumb joke, and I keep doing it. So we look up 55. Hopefully, again, I've got... Ooh! There are emergency vehicles outside as well. Hopefully I've got these that I can show how you... on the screen without going too insane. I'm guaranteed to go at least slightly insane. So, look at that. This means that what we have here, we're actually going to make this just come down this way. So that's going to connect, but it's also going to leave this side open. That's the way we're doing this, with a door right there. Yay! Now, once you have finished with your room, you then roll 2d6 on the room contents table. If it's a corridor, you'd look at all this stuff. If it is a room, you look at this side. We are in, well, this is a corridor, isn't it? So, well, it is, we'll find out. Roll a d66 for the room that we are opening here. And that's what we're going to do to find out what that room is. Well, these weren't corridors. These were corridors. So, I am apologizing because this is actually the first time I played it. This is the learning experience. Roll 2d6 for the room, which was the set of corridors with the door. We're walking into the room. Now we roll for the contents, and it is a corridor. So, blue 10s, orange singles. Yeah. 32 or 5, which would be empty. Roll d6 on the special feature table. Also, you can search it, but if we look on the special features table, we roll a d6 to find out what this special feature is. What the heck, we'll use this one. A 2, which is a blessed temple. A character of your choice gains a +1 on attack against undead monsters or demons. As soon as the character kills at least one, the bonus is gone. So it's a corridor, but kind of a thing. a place that gives bonusy type stuff. And that will be, the cleric, who's going to have that +1 momentarily on attack against undead. The cleric adds 1/2 of their level to their die roll when they attack normal characters, but adds a full level, I believe, when they're going up against the undead. We'll just make a quick double check on that. Yes, full level when they attack undead. So, okay, but he'll have an extra +1. That's also +1 versus und. And then we'll have a temporary +1 over on the side. We're writing that just because I'm going to forget all about that, and we'll have no ideas what the heck happened and what that means. But we can search. We are going to search, and you roll -1 on your roll if it's a corridor. And we are in a corridor, so let's use this dark blue one to search, because what the heck. 6 -1, 5. Oh! Choose. You find a clue, a secret door, or a hidden treasure. Boy, that's a whole bunch of options. You know what? It's a hidden treasure. Now, is there a special hidden treasure table, or is there just a treasure table? Traps, special events, treasure, vermin, minion, hidden treasure complication. Well, that's a complication. But I don't see anything about a special hidden treasures, just the treasures. Well, okay. So based on that, we're just going to roll the d6 on the treasure table and find out what treasure we have, which is a 5. 1 item of jewelry worth 3d6 times 10 gold pieces. In this corridor, we find a necklace, we shall say, worth 1, 3, 9, 90 gold coin. Crashity bashity. Ain't, boy. I just do not have a lot of space for writing here, do I? We're going to have, well, it'll be Cow the Barbarian isn't going to really care about it. Moose the Dwarf is going to be carrying the 90 gold coin necklace. Not bad. Not bad. So we're doing good so far. And that's a good thing. So there are 2 directions that we can go. We can open up that door, or we can go through that corridor. I think what we need to do is go onto that corridor and see what else we have. So let us roll to find the room, as it states here. Roll D66 for your room. That was hard to grab. Okay, blues is 10s. 63. We take a look at the room that we have found with a 63. Oh, well, how about that, actually? That kind of fits. It turns out that this is a door that we've opened up, and there is a corridor on the other side with another door. Well, well, well. Here's what we're looking at so far that we have been discovering. Those dogs out there. See that shadow on there? That's my PlayStation 4 camera blocking the light from the ceiling. Okay, let us roll and see the contents of this room, which is 2d6. We'll go with these ones. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter which one's high. We just add them together. 8. 8. Empty. Can search. 1 through 4, well, in this case, 1 through 3 is going to be empty. And on a 1, wandering monsters attack. We'll search. What the heck, you know? And we subtract 1 because it's a corridor. So let's see what we find in this corridor when we search. -1, wandering monsters attack because, of course, I am accursed by God when it comes to rolling dice. Okay, wandering monsters table. Let us roll and see what kind of wandering monsters we find. A 3. Roll on the minions table. Oh, goody. So we quickly check over here to the minions table. Boss vermin minions. We're going to roll a d6 and find out what minions we are facing. A 3. D6 hobgoblins. Oh boy. These are level 4, treasure +1, and reactions. Level 4, that kind of blows. I'm going to use this back here to write down what we have. These are D6 hobgoblins. Let's see how many hobgoblins we are fighting. Oh, I'm going to re-roll that just because it didn't have a chance to bounce. Bounce. Yeah, 3. Okay. We have 3 hobgob. Now, each level of a minion has 1 hit point. Each minion has 1 hit point per level. So a level 3 minion has 3 hit points, and these are level 3 minions. Level 4 minions, so each of them has 4 hit points, 1 per their level. And we go 4L, and then normal treasure +1. But of course, first we're going to roll for reactions, because they may run away, they may be fight to the death, they may be just fight. Because if they just fight, they can run if they panic. 3 on the reactions. Oh, 2 or 3 is bribe. 10. If I gave them 30 gold coins, I could bribe them. I can't bribe them. I don't have the money. This is a very, very poorly laid out book. Some monsters always attack. Some monsters will flee, accept a bribe, or perform a quest. Yeah, no big deal, we already know there. So it goes into combat as quote-unquote normal. How to attack monsters. You encounter monsters and fight them. The level is the number you must roll to wound the monster or affect them with the spell. So, if they were a level 3 monster, you need to roll a 3 or better with modifiers. To defend against that, you have to roll above it. To attack, it's equal. To defend, it's over. So we are fighting off against these 3 hobogobos, and the 3 hobogobos are going to be around 1, 2, and then it's either one of the... It's going to be either Fish, the cleric, or Moose, the dwarf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What the heck? We'll do it right in this bucket here. 2. It's going to be attacking the cleric, Fish. So Fish and Dog and Cow, they're really good names, aren't they? They come from obviously a very odd place. But those 3 have attackers, so they can be taking damage, which kind of sucks here. We also do need to keep track of minions fought successfully, along with boss/weird monsters fought. Because every 10 minions you attack and defeat, you get a roll to see if you level up. Hey, thumbs up for that. We are going to attack them. Dog, the warrior. Well, you know what? Yeah. Dog is blue. dark blue. And cow is purple. And fish is orange. And moose is light blue. So for the 3 characters that are immediately attacking, moose is not going to, and this is moose. Well, actually, moose, what? No. Here we go. Everybody's going to be able to attack. We are to, oh. Okay, dog with dark blue rolls a 5 plus level. That's a 6, which defeats the level by 4. But that's not enough to roll completely over it. But, of course, if you attack immediately, your characters will perform a rolls. Against minions, you divide them by the level of monsters, thus calculating how many minions were slain. For example, a warrior rolls a total attack of 7 when attacking a group of goblins. The attack kills 2 goblins, 1 goblin with the first 3 points, another with the other 3 points, and the extra point is wasted. If it does not fully wipe out the monster, it doesn't wipe out the monster. So, warrior rolls an attack of 7, and I rolled a 5, 6, which again is enough to go 1, 2, 3 for the first, and then boom for the second, and that is 1 gobbo down. After all, they performed 1 attack each. We are learning as we go. So, the next one in line, Cow, the Barbarian, purple, had rolled a 6 plus 1 is 7, which, again, that's enough to take out the next one with 1, 2, 3, and then boom. Character number 3, the orange, with only half the level added, rounded down, only rolls a 6, which is still 1, 2, 3, boom. That's actually all hobgoblins gone. I was terrified that this was going to be much, much more deadly than Note Quest, but so far we have done very well, and we have 1 on our minions count. Well, well, well. Very, very good. And, of course, when monsters attack after everybody has done anything, they don't roll dice, you make the defense roll. Well, very good. Now that we've done that, they also had loot, I believe it was. Minions, treasure plus 1. Ah.